Eddie Pace the third, and this is my father.
I'm Eddie James Pace Jr. And we're sitting here and
at the Sugar Factory.
At the Sugar Factory and
on Father's Day.
On Father's Day. And
what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the show, Young and Grown, Jacwilks. Today, what we're talking about young fathers. In particular, we're talking about young black fathers. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story about what happened to me. We can get right into it. So I was in the store, in the shopping center with my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, Malayla. How you doing, Malayla? Yeah, we just chilling, just buying food and just having a good time. Me and her are really silly. We play around a lot, you know what I mean? She's at that age where she understands everything that's going on. So a couple that was right behind us, they started talking to us. They're like, oh my God, that's so sweet to see you with your daughter. You know, it's so nice to see a black father with their daughter. And it was an African-American couple who was talking to me. And then the husband goes to the wife, she goes, no, baby, it's not like that. You know, their generation, they don't have that same problem, you know? And it really, I said thank you politely, and I really thought about it. And I'm wondering, do you guys think we still have that problem in our generation? Is the black father still missing in our generation, especially the young ones? So I'm gonna go around town, I'm gonna ask a few people. Let's see what the people are thinking. I want you guys to leave me some comments, let me know what you think, all right? Let's go.
I'd say it was a lot worse when I was growing up.
Yeah.
For one, my father literally just got back into my life a couple years ago. But talking to the rest of my cousins, everybody else in my family, they all know their father, so I feel like it's definitely it's not a stereotype as much as it used to be. So I'd say it's gotten better.
Well, honestly, I feel like they don't want to make their names, well, the black community, like they're a bad rep on them anymore. So I feel like they are stepping up more, want to get involved more. So yeah, I feel like.
Do you feel like our generation is a little better? Yeah. What about you?
It's not just black males. I just feel like a lot of males feel like they're not really ready to be a father, so they think the best choice is just to leave. But I don't know about the whole black male thing. I mean, I guess I would say from black males growing up, they didn't have a father, so they want to be that father to their kids. They don't want their kids to grow up like that.
So the generation father. What's your name, son?
Damien.
Damien. This is Damien. Damien, what's your favorite part of being a father?
My favorite part will probably have to see them smile. You know, just with the random things that you do, or cooking them dinner, or just stuff like that, or walking in the house and they just run up to you. You know, that makes it all worth it.
So it's love.
All love.
What's the most challenging part of being a father?
I'm in the military, so I have to deploy. So that's probably the hardest part, is leaving them and knowing that I'm not going to see them for 4 to 6 months. You know, so that's probably the hardest thing.
I feel like not really, because some of these generation fathers, they haven't grown up with their fathers, so they don't know how to give love, how to respect other people, and do things they're supposed to do, because they're not taught that. They wasn't growing up with that. I totally agree with her. I just feel like guys, they aren't mature enough and they aren't ready enough to be a father, so therefore they feel like the woman is okay to do it on their own, therefore, and that's not the case. Yeah, that's it.
It's like a mixture. To see their mother struggle, they want to do better by the woman that they're with, but also you have the certain type of male that's just okay, my dad wasn't there, so whatever the case may be, I'm gonna go do whatever if I want to do. So it's just a mixture of who wants to do right or who wants to do wrong, and how they choose to live their life, essentially, honestly.
So do you think this generation is doing any better than the last generation?
Because just like in the last generation, you had deadbeats, you have deadbeats now. You have those who do the part, and you have those who don't. It's just who they choose to be.
Okay, so I feel like the exposure is a lot different because on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, if I'm presenting myself as being a good father, it's a lot different than me coming to you as a father or a bro or a brother to you, and I'm supposed to be a good dad, and I'm not, because on social media you believe to see me as a good father. So the exposure is different.
So what about the older generations? They didn't have social media.
They didn't have that.
So if they're being a good father at home, society never knew. But now I can see you being a good father on Facebook, and if you're doing it consistently enough, doing it is doing it.
No,
Whether
it's
you-
not.
No, it's not.
It's
Okay,
completely different.
tell me about that. Tell me about that.
So it's like the pros and cons of that. So if I see you doing it as doing it, it's based on a picture and social media.
Doing it for 10 seconds.
Yes, rather than a lifetime.
Versus
Faking
a day or a whole weekend of you having your kids for 48 hours. So it's a total difference than taking a picture for 10 seconds or a selfie for 10 seconds, and it's not the same thing.
When I was coming up in the city of Cleveland, Ohio, in the projects, in the eastern part of the city, we had parents that were in poverty, like our parents were, and all the parents really made a concerted effort to make sure that all the children were raised a certain way. If one parent saw me doing something, it didn't even have to be my parent, but they saw us doing something wrong, they could discipline us and take us to our parents, and then we would be disciplined again. And that was the type of parental environment that I came up in, and I wanted to pass that on to my son so that he would know that, you know, when you raise your child, and I do have a grandson.
Nice. So you're a father as well.
Yeah. I do have a grandson, Eddie James Pace the Fourth. So
You're not playing with these
no, we're not playing with these numbers. And so it's a good thing, and I want him to have that foundation so he can raise his child just like I was raised. Because as you can see, this is the result that you get.
I gotta tell you, just walking by you guys, this is powerful. Just walking by you guys, it was intimidating just to talk about it. You don't feel it very often. I just talked to some young ladies. They told me the opposite of what you told me. They told me that it's hard because some of these young men, not only young black men, these young men, they don't have that father figure there. So they don't, how do you do something you've never been taught to do? So can you tell me a little bit about how it was having your father and the things that you learned from him that you're able to reciprocate and pass on to your son?
Well, for me, you know, this man right here,
We're just talking about that.
this hero,
Wow.
this legend, in my mind, is he's been an inspiration to me ever since I was little. Growing up here in Southeast San Diego, former gang member of Lincoln Park Blood Gang, having done over 20 years in prison, and coming home, when I wanted to get it right, because a lot of us, we make mistakes, and we try to find a way back to what we realize is the right way. I just had to look within my family to my father and realize some of the things that I was taught as a youth coming up, which I chose not to follow. Once I decided and made a conscious effort to follow them, it brought me back to not only to society but to my real self, and that was God consciousness, you know, fearfulness of a higher power, which he always tried to instill in me, but unfortunately I was a little rebellious and chose other avenues to go and roads to travel, but of everything right to do, whether it was going to work every day, whether it was providing for the household, whether it was being merciful in the sense of when I made a mistake, he didn't always go in on me like he could have. You know, he always tried to go ahead and show me a better way, and those are some principles that I still hold true to this day, and I try to pass along to my son. And I love my dad.
All right, I want to thank you guys for the feedback from the streets. Y'all heard what they had to say, so now I want to ask you, what do you think? You know, do we still have this problem? Are we still having a problem with the black father not being there? Do you see it changing in our generation? Have we gotten better but still have it? Or is it completely not even an issue anymore? I want y'all to leave me a comment down here. Let's start a conversation. Let's talk about it. It's the Young and Grown. It's what we're doing. And you're going to make it. I'm not sure where. Wherever you're headed, we're going to get there. We're Young and Grown. Let's go.